Have you ever experienced gender discrimination in any way? And if you have, how have you dealt with it? Like, what are some of the things that you have done to kind of, move past it if that was possible?
Yeah, I think gender discrimination is a reality around the world. और एक तो उसका standard है कि women get undue advances of a particular kind. This is something that you are constantly aware of. कि आपकी looks पे comment, आपके आप के बारे में assumptions, ये तो है ही. हमारी society में particularly जो आपके informal social relationships हैं वो बहुत important होते हैं. और वो आमतौर पे शाम को लेट नाइट चाय पे कॉफ़ी पे पाकिस्तान में अब अनफॉर्चुनेटली बहुत ड्रिंकिंग कल्चर भी है. ना मैं सिगरेट पीती हूँ, ना मैं शराब पीती हूँ और ना मैं आदमी हूँ, तो और ना मेरी शादी हुई है कि मेरा खावंद मुझे साथ ले जाए कहीं. तो उसकी वजह से सिंगल पीपल एंड पर्टिकुलरली सिंगल वुमेन don't get invited to social events. They're seen as a threat by women and men.
Yeah, I've heard this from other people as well, by the way, just by the way.
Yeah, no, I get it. It happens a lot. And that is why, क्योंकि फिर आपकी बहुत सारा जो काम होता है, that's restricted to very formal workplace conversations. और workplace पे बहुत से लोग काम नहीं करते क्योंकि वो शाम को बैठ के ये relationships बनाते. But the way I cope with it is, एक तो I understand कि मेरे लिए ये मुश्किल है being a woman in a male dominated profession, but I think it's harder for the men कि वो एक खातून की बॉस आके उनकी लग गई है और उनको उसकी सुननी पड़ती है और झाड़ें भी पड़ती हैं और ये सब. तो I empathize with them कि it's difficult for me, but they are not necessarily the aggressors. They are also a part of this culture. Adjustment उनके लिए भी है और शायद उनके लिए भी ज़्यादा है.
I actually loved what you said earlier. I think and if I'm not wrong, I think the essence of it was that there are informal kind of, structures of power, right?
Sure.
That exist within these organizations that we work in, or like no matter where you are around the world, not just in Pakistan. But I think, so how have you, in your work, how have you kind of dealt with those informal structures of power, right? Like because I feel like a lot of the times when you're a female leader, it's not just that you have responsibility of your own work, but also responsibility of making spaces of equity for other women that you work with as well. So I think, so how do you, this is just like, I'm really curious to understand how kind of
No, I think you answered your question. You make new networks. So मेरे office में I have really normalized young mothers. Young mothers are an untapped resource, human resource, I tell you. They work very hard, they're very good at multitasking, and if you make a certain, जो अब pandemic के बाद, in any case, the corporate 9 to 5 lifestyle has been outdated. You let them work virtually, you let them work task-based, and you hold them accountable on deadlines. And then you give them the flexibility, school pickup, drop-off, बच्चे का parent-teacher meeting and all that. आप task-based करें, you don't need to have long meetings in the office. आप, and those are new kinds of informal networks that you can make that have a lot of potential in them. So in my office, when I joined, I said, okay, listen, actually it's a funny story, a guy, an important person came to my office and said, Madam, आपकी ना इदारे में औरतें बहुत हैं. तो मैंने उन्हें कहा कि और अब एक औरत इसकी सरबराह भी है. So because that was the response कि there's no such thing as too many women. We do have a token man or two in the office too, but we have a lot of women and a nice daycare as well.
Yeah, the tables have turned.